This episode of Mighty Car Mods is proudly brought to you by Mighty Car Mods.
Proudly bringing you free-to-watch entertainment for the last 14 years.
Now, we have got a bunch of merch, stuff that you have specifically asked for. We've made it and now it's available. So we just thought that we would show it all to you before we kick off this epic episode where we're kind of adding some extra power to Marty's little Daihatsu. So let's just jump into it. First of all, you said you wanted a travel mug, double walled, insulated, vacuum sealed. Here it is. So here is the Mad Mighty Car Mods travel mug.
It's like an unboxing.
It's like an unboxing of products like this. It's unreal. Now, use that in your car on the way to work. When you get to work and you're in your workshop, you want something that's unbreakable, something that's excellent. Introducing the Mighty Car Mods Enamel. Look at that.
So cool.
Now watch this. I just want to show something. Actually, I'm going to show that demonstration in a second. So I'll show it now. Watch this. Still works, still fine. But when you get home, you want to slap your lips around something fancy. Hence the Mighty Car Mods chopped ceramic mug. Look at, now we're getting fancy. Look at this.
That one.
This one here is red on the inside for extra 25 degrees Celsius. That there is just a beautiful thing that you can keep at home. Now watch this, just for a comparison. I'm not going to waste it. I'm wasting the internet. I'm not going to waste it. That is your drinking scenarios set up. We also have like a insulated double wall cold sports bottle thing, but I'll put that up anyway.
And when you need to clean stuff, we've also got Mighty Car Mods Microfibre Cloths, which I love. These are all custom designed, 4 different colours in there, so you can have one for windows, one for interior, one for seats, one for whatever you want, one for whatever you want. Clean yourself with them, clean your house with them, clean your car with them, do whatever it is you like. I just think they're really, really cool. And we also have a special microfiber like screen cleaner as well, so phones and computers and stuff like that, use it with some isopropyl and have a good time. And speaking of keeping things clean, we also do have chopped masks.
These did completely sell out, but we've now got them back. These are Mighty Car Mods Fender Covers. They are magnet up the top, so you know, if you've got a drift car, they won't stick to bog. But they are awesome. They completely sold out last time, so if you want one of them, you can grab them. Now over here, Martin, things are getting exciting.
We also have an all-new Mighty Car Mods tape measure, which we just think is awesome. It's great for measuring things. Really good for measuring whatever it is you want to measure.
Our friend grew this. Look at that.
Yeah, it's homegrown. Literally picked yesterday.
That is delicious. Absolutely delicious.
It tastes so cucumbery.
I'm sorry, I was so befuddled with the cucumber. Did you just talk about this that I missed it? This is the Mighty Car Mods measuring tape. It's black. This bit here is magnetic. Look at this.
And it does have inches and it's got metric on there as well, so whichever you want to use is on there.
When we were designing these, we're like, do we just do centimetres? And we're like, we got lots of friends in America, so inches as well.
And if you're sick of listening to people talk, we've also got these Mad Ear Muffs. Actually, they're really good PPE for if you're grinding, making noise, doing noisy stuff on cars. Look after your hearing so you can enjoy listening to music into your old ears.
And they reach the standards that they need to reach to. Lastly, these may be gone by the time you click on this, but the Mighty Car Mods book, signed over 250 pages of all of our Mad projects. There's QR codes so you can watch more videos. There's information about them, lots of stats. And at the end, the black stuff that I can't show you there is a bunch of cars that have not been on the show yet. They're like 95% gone or maybe more, but there are a small amount left. Possibly by the time you click on the thing, they're gone. But if it says you can get one, you can. That is a whole bunch of new stuff. Each thing we're going to list down below with a link to it. So if you're just like, hey, I just want the cucumber, or I just want the mask, or I just want the whatever, you can grab it. There it is. That's the stuff. You asked for it. There it is. Thank you so much for supporting the show. We don't have a Patreon and we're not sponsored by a VPN company. We're sponsored by us for this video. So thank you. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Thanks for watching.
And then after this episode, Martin, there's a big film coming out.
Huge.
So, which you'll probably get an understanding of what's happening when you watch this one. So here it is. Mighty Car Mods Daihatsu 12-volt install. You want some DIY you can do at home? You want to hit the bush in your mad one-wheel drive? Today, my friend Martin and I, both experienced off-roaders and hosts of the world's best four-wheel driving challenge, are going to teach you the #1 mod that you need to install on your four-wheel drive. And that #1 mod, can you open the boot please, mate?
Okay, mate.
Thank you, mate. That #1 mod that everybody must do on their car is how to install some auxiliary power in the back of their car so you can run a fridge or a stove or a blow-up.
welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods, and today we put...
It's a four-wheel drive show, mate.
On this episode, we're going to put in this socket. It's a yeah-nah socket, and we're going to use this yeah-nah automotive cable. It will do 15 amps, which is exactly what we need to run our sick accessories in the back of our 6 one-wheel drive vehicle.
Martin, it's a rig.
It's a sick rig.
It's a sick rig. We got some off-road adventures coming at ya. Martin, how am I going to keep my beers cold?
With a fridge. There's lots of different fridges. You pick your fridge, that's not what we're here for. We're going to put power in the back of the vehicle, which is where you normally put your fridge, and normally your battery's at the front. So we've got to get those electrons from the front of the vehicle to the back of the vehicle. We're going to use this automotive cable and do this socket because that's what most fridges use. Is that right?
This episode's going to run for less than 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Probably 4.
5 minutes.
We're going to get it done.
We're going to get this done in less than 10 minutes.
Without talking any shit. The tools you're going to need to install your mad socket is some heat shrink, some automotive cable, an automotive fuse, an automotive socket, and some basic wiring stuff. Wire strippers, screwdrivers and spanners, and other basic tools to get stuck into your vehicle. A couple of terminals. I have no idea why the texture is there. And we're going to use a soldering iron as well.
And of course, when you're working on a four-wheel drive, you need to fuel yourself with four-wheel drive food, which is why I've got us, Martin, a caramel eclair. Look at that.
Oh.
Double creamed, lightly salted. Get on the outside of that, mate.
Did you know that these were invented by a pastry chef at the turn of the 18th century for the French royalty?
Really?
And the most common one is the...
Oh, the Boston Cookbook
recipe
from 1884. That's
exactly.
Right. And I think in France they call them the Pain à la Duchesse.
Ah.
Or the Petite Duchesse.
These are ridiculously good. This is so much better than shit beer.
Four-wheel driving.
The first step is to jack up your car. Then we're going to remove some interior parts to make it easier to pull all the wiring through. If you're lucky, your car may have plastic trims that are easy just to tuck wires into without going through all this. But realistically, it's only an extra 10 minutes and it's a great time to find and clean out any leftover human, animal or food products.
Gross. Oh.
If vacuuming and eating alone isn't enough to get your carpets clean, you can pull them out completely and pressure wash them or use a rug doctor.
We've pulled the interior out. Sometimes it's much quicker to do that than try and thread stuff through, pull the plastics out, pull the seats out, and we've also discovered we've already got high power to the back of the car, so it was all a waste of time.
But for the sake of the video, we're going to pretend we had to run it again. So you want to get some high power cable plus a fuse, connect that to your battery and then send it through. Have you got that, mate?
I've got that.
Awesome.
It's literally the most useful part of an old stereo install these days.
Step 1, done. There's a couple of different ways you can manage the power going down to the back. The simplest and easiest way, which is what we're doing, is just constant power. So you're literally running some cable from the battery down to the back of the car. It means your accessories are just always on. The second way that you can do it is you can actually have it switched, like the 12-volt socket at the front of the car. When the ignition goes on, then that's working, but when the key comes out, it means nothing's being powered anymore. The third option is to actually run a kind of a battery management system that will be monitoring how much power is being drawn and how much power is left in the battery. And if the voltage gets too low, then it will turn off so that you can still start your car if you're stuck in the back of nowhere. Of course, we're doing it cheap, nasty, fast. It's constant power. Plus, we want our stove on and our fridge on all the time. And if that means the car runs out of batteries and we have to throw it off a cliff, so be it. Right, Marty?
Yep.
It's important to take amperage ratings into account when fitting accessories that draw a lot of current. Too much resistance means heat, which can mean smoke and fire if it all goes wrong. So check the manuals and buy the appropriate electrical bits. It's also important to insulate your connections so they can't short out on anything metal.
Hello, I can give you some power. Yeah, to inflate your mattress that looks like you.
Next, we're drilling 2 holes in Marty's car because we did the first one in the wrong spot. Then we're going to pull through our wires. We're installing the actual 12-volt socket with a couple of screws, and then we can pull through the positive and negative wire to go to the socket. The negative wire can be bolted down to a good grounding point. We're going to join our 2 sublooms into the original car amp wiring, and then we can reconnect the car battery. You can use a multimeter to make sure it's all wired up properly and that you've got voltage at the socket.
Once it's all wired up, then you can test it. We're giving ours a go with an in-car Ryobi battery charger, and it's working great.
There it is, people. That is how you install an auxiliary power supply in the back of your car. You can actually put it anywhere in your car, but in the back makes a lot of sense for running your fridge or your other inflatables.
Now, it was easy for us because we had some old amp wiring, but basically pull the wire through, make sure it's got a fuse on it, and stick these wherever you want. In our case, we've got two, one that's sort of nice and neat here, and then one that's hidden away if we want to just tuck it in and bring it out when we need it. So we've got 24 volts of power.
That's awesome. You can use one for charging batteries, use one for running your fridge is probably going to be the most likely, or pretty much anything actually that you know, if you need to be running your phone, or if you're camping and you set up here and you want to have some power to run, you know, charging devices and stuff. So there it is. Thank you very much for watching this super quick turbocharged episode of a non-turbo car on the best four-wheel driving channel on all of YouTube. You know it. If you want to support the show, you can get a chopped shirt like my friend, or you can get one like this. What four-wheel driving stuff do we sell, Martin? Toe straps. We got toe straps for when you get stuck.
And we sell coasters that say beer coolers that say shit beer on them.
That you can give to your mates. Anyway, thank you very much, Martin. We need to come up with some recipes now of what we can cook in the stove as we're driving down the road.
We'll have a fridge and a cooker.
It's amazing.
It's the best combo. There's nothing you can't do.
Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.
Good.
Did we even show you the thing? There it is. There's that one there, nice and fancy, and then here's a little extra one, so we got double. I forgot if we showed you, even though we are the most professional and excellent four-wheel driving channel on the internet. See you later, everybody. We're going to go get some filthy Frankfurt suppers, aren't we, Mum?
Yes.